Welcome to my Genshin Impact Vision Ranking video, Part 2. Part 1 is here if you want to watch that first. It explains the criteria, and a bulk of the characters are in that video. It's been a little while since Part 1, but I had to wait for more characters. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the new playable characters and characters that received alternate skins. And in general, I think we've been seeing some different vision placements in 5.0, which is pretty cool. Alright, let's get into it. I also live stream on Twitch, so go ahead and follow me there. Okay, let's start with Aino. Alright, so for a genius inventor, Aino chose the worst spot possible for her vision. You can barely see it, and honestly, I felt so creepy taking these shots of her. It could have been on her mechanical tail clasping thing, on her famous oversized sleeves, but no, it's just behind her hair, basically on her butt. I know, Aino's vision is getting a D. Chaska's animo vision is hanging from her belt, and is part of a long, really cool blue and red chain. Some points for her for actually having a belt with visible structure, but we've seen this all before. Here's a few examples of some similar vision placements with kind of keychain things. She has such a big, beautiful hat and long capes. It could have easily gone there. Also, points lost for left hip. I think right hip vision is more rare. C for Chaska. Granny Seat Lolly. Seat Lolly's cryovision is part of a tied ribbon dress thing on her left hip, and she has a crazy gold circle thing around it that matches some elements in her outfit. It sure is pretty, so I think I'm gonna put it in B tier, even though she's still a basic belty left hipper. I think when you compare it to Chaska's, hers is decorated nicer. So B for Seat Lolly. Next is Dahlia. Dahlia is an upper back boy, and while his hydrovision is housed in a well-designed and decorated encasing, and it's unique because it's not in the usual gold casing, it's kind of like a white-silver color, it's still a C. Wow, what a great placement! Right on the chef's hat! On the back of her hat in a bow! Right off the bat, it has to be S tier. It was also teased in Varessa's character trailer. You only saw the back of her head with the vision, so that was cool. And I knew as soon as I spotted it that that would be an S tier vision. First S tier of the day. Flins' vision is in an awkward place. It's kind of hard to see, so I don't like the placement of it. We've also seen this kind of placement a million times before, and it's probably hard to sit with that. But I do want to give him some points because it's on a decorated chain thingy, and that's better than no decoration. I also want to point out that Flins' vision is silver, and is something I'll discuss in today's video. So let's go ahead, put him in C tier. Next up, Eon-san. Eon-san, oof. It's just stuck on there, with minimal decoration. It's on her back, it's near her butt. Whatever, D tier. Ineffa's vision has some prominent showiness, even though it's just an upper back placement. As a full-on robot character, I feel like it could have been integrated into her body in a new and original way that hasn't been used yet, due to the fact that she doesn't really have flesh as we know it on some parts of her body. Could have been literally sunken into a body part to double down on the robot status and metal body, but no, it's just boring on her back. D tier due to opportunities lost. I'm very disappointed in Aino for giving herself and Ineffa bad vision placements. Kachina is a nice armband baby, which is cool. We haven't seen too many on the upper arm, so always points for that. And her skinny little arm is cute with the little vision armband. I'm going to give her a B. I think that these characters might be the only other characters with arm visions. I think that Kuki's and Navia's are decorated nicely, and Kachina's is just the actual vision casing, so that's another reason I'll put Kachina in B. Kenichi is showing some style with his baggy pants and the low down vision placement on his right leg. I like that it's usually hidden by his tied hanging jacket cape thingy, and he's got it all going on. I feel like it makes sense that his character would want to hide it a little bit because he likes to keep his head down and keep things kind of secretive and mysterious. It's also a placement I haven't seen yet, so let's put him in A tier. Lanyan is a basic back lady, although the decoration with the hanging anemo colored jewels is very nice. And I like that the casing is gold, even though she wears mostly silver jewelry. But all we can do is give her the good old D tier. I feel like she had much better places to put this. And although it's decorated nicely, it still could be a lot better. Lauma's Dendrovision is in a place we haven't exactly seen yet before, I think. And it's interesting because it's kind of like a clasp that's holding her clothes together. I don't think I've ever seen anyone use their vision in that way. I almost put it in C tier because it's not decorated that nicely, but I do want to give her points for putting it in a place that I don't think I've seen before, using it literally as a clasp. So yeah, let's go ahead and put her in B tier because at least it's not in a basic place like her back, and it's something new.
Mavwika actually doesn't have a vision.
But I had fun fully inspecting her character model looking for one for 6 minutes with one hand. So she goes in the question mark tier. Mizuki has a cool one, hanging on her right side from a long sleeve. It moves a lot with her arm. It's really decorated beautifully, and she's just designed so nicely. She has some kind of cat design around the vision, or maybe it's a Baku. I'm gonna give her S tier because it moves so much, and even though it's just a sleeve, it's decorated quite nicely, and it really goes with her outfit. And most importantly, it's a place I haven't really seen before.
Mualani, let's go.
Mualani, oof, Mualani. I get it, you're a surf lady. Maybe you want to be slick and sleek for being in the water, but you have a giant fish on your back and your wrists that the vision could have been on. Come on, you're better than this. Why is it on your back? D tier for missed potential on an amazingly designed 5-star.
Let's take a look at Auroran's vision.
Okay, so I kind of just did a deep dive because when Auroran was first released, I remember a lot of people saying, oh, he has Fatui casing. So I looked into it. He does have a silver vision, which some members of the Fatui have, like Arlecchino and Childs. I know that Auroran isn't part of the Fatui, so I don't really know if the silver casing has anything to do with the Fatui. And it seems like all Nod Cry characters have silver visions. And Yelan. But we'll discuss her later. I don't know, maybe the silver's just an aesthetic choice. But he's still a super basic back boy. You know, it could have been on his cool leather and metal shoulder thing, or on his Diesel brand skinny jeans. But no, it's just on his back. So even though it's silver, it didn't save him. He's getting D tier.
Skirk is next, and Skirk doesn't have a vision.
So she goes with Mavwika in the question mark tier.
Next up, Veressa.
Veressa. D tier. You know, the vision could have been hanging on her horns, or even embedded in them, or her super thick socks, or the ribbon on her chest. Literally anywhere else. I think it's just super weird that they placed it mid-back on her shirt, and there's not even any decoration. So, D tier. Is this the first vision that's on a piece of bling bling? Xilonen probably made it herself because she's a blacksmith and it looks like metal-y, and it hangs and sways with her when she dances and roller skates. Super prominent and she shows it off well. S tier swag. That's a vision placement I haven't seen before.
It's time to talk about the characters who had new skins released this year.
So let's start with Bennett. On his original look, he has the vision on his bag, which actually gave him a C. Here he has it again on his bag, on a new Natlan Homeland bag cylinder thing. And you know, I'm actually pretty surprised they ranked his original C tier looking back on it, because it was cool that it was on his bag, and something you don't see very often. So I may have made a mistake. But I think that his new vision placement on his new bag definitely deserves A tier. It's a cool spot and gets points for creativity. In Hu Tao's original outfit, her vision is on her back, and I gave her a C rating. And guess what? In her new outfit, it's in the same exact place on her back. She's a basic back girly again. Could have changed it up, put it on her hat this time, or anything else. I'm gonna put her in C tier because nothing changed from her original outfit, and so I guess the ranking shouldn't either. Alright, finally, someone who changed up their vision placement. Okay, so in Zhanling's original skin, it's on her belt, and originally I rated that a C. So her new vision is a leg belt, and it's definitely an upgrade from her C-rated basic belt. We've definitely seen leg visions before, so I wouldn't say it's that unique. And also, I think her vision is a lot smaller than other people's visions, right? Doesn't it seem so tiny? But anyway, I think that her vision could have been on her hat or her little guoba purse or something cooler than a leg belt. So I'm just gonna put her in B. Okay, so going back to silver vision casings, Yelan has a silver vision. Adds more to the mystery. Definitely don't think silver means Fatui. Okay, so Yelan maybe kind of gets an upgrade. The old one was kind of pin the tail on the donkey, and I gave it a D rating. But this one's just a belt. But at least she switched sides, and it's now on the right side. And at least it's part of a cool jewel change belt. It's a bit more classy and original. I'm gonna go ahead and give her a C tier for her new skin. It's just a little bit better than her old one.
Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like these kind of ranking videos, I have a couple other ones on my channel if you want to check those out. If you have any other suggestions for things you want to see, please let me know down in the comments. Let me know in the comments any of your vision rankings. And if I made you mad with any of mine. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch. I'm always live streaming over there. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and share with all your friends and all your family. See you next week for another video. Thanks. Bye.